Good morning, El Pozo listeners. Our day has begun. We are in San Fernando. We are waiting to get a train to Guadalajara. Interesting spot we've found here. We're staying right near the hotel, and we've walked. We walked a bit of a roundabout way because Google Maps told us to go under an underpass, but there was no footpath under the underpass. So we've had a little bit of a tour of the industrial area around San Fernando, and we're now sitting in a cafe in an area which my co-host Nick Bell has described as the Oldham of Madrid. I have pointed out to him that it's never this sunny in Oldham in October. How you doing, Nick?
Yeah, I'm not doing too bad. I'm enjoying eating a meal underneath the flight path for Madrid airport. It's a plain spotter's dream, as you can probably hear. I'll let this overpass. But yeah, no, like I say, it's obviously I say it's the Oldham of Madrid in a jesty way. We could have stayed in the centre last night. Paid the premium to be in a hotel that's really nice and jazzy. But we've got a lovely hotel by the airport, so we can't complain, can we? And we're going to Guadalajara, so we're technically closer to our destination too.
Indeed we are, and personally I always like going to places like this, although perhaps I'd prefer that I weren't competing with every single jumbo jet flying over my head every 90 seconds to record this. But yeah, I like going to places like this. It feels like where real people live in Madrid, and I'm always up for that sort of experience. So yes, then we will soon be hopping on a train to Guadalajara. I think the journey time's about 35 minutes, and look forward to recounting what we find when we get there in due course. Just over an hour to kick off, and I'm in the Furia Morada's headquarters, about a 5-minute walk for the ground. There will soon be 5 of us ready to take in the Deportivo Guadalajara experience. The sun is shining, the beer is flowing. There's even 4 Barakaldo fans on the table next to me, and plenty of Deportivo Guadalajara supporters anxiously anticipating what will soon take place in the Pedro Escartin. As always, many complaints about kick-off times. 4 p.m. seen as a dreadful time. Not quite sure why. In Spain you can't eat your lunch at 2 and finish it by 3 and get down to the game. But yes, amazingly, 3 p.m. on a Saturday is a time that Spanish football fans consider to be unacceptable as a kick-off time. Unfortunately, much as I love this country and the people who live in it, pretty much every single kick-off time seems to be unacceptable to Spanish people. I'm really not sure. I've yet to find the ideal kick-off time according to the vast majority of the Spanish population. So the whinging doesn't surprise me. But generally people are very positive, and I say it's a lovely sunny day. Everyone's outside. The music is pumping, as you can hear, and all good. Looking forward to my first ever experience of a Guadalajara home game, and looking forward to being joined by my compadres in due course. So here we are in the Pedro Escartin. The game's just kicked off, and the main topic of conversation is the Barakaldo away kit, or is it the away kit? They appear to have a white shirt with a nice trim at the bottom, which is very Basque, the colours of the Basque flag, but they're wearing yellow shorts. In my entire life, I've never seen a team that plays in white shirts and yellow shorts. Early stage of this game, needless to say, Deportivo Guadalajara 0, Barakaldo 0. Early chance of Guadalajara, lovely move down the left, a little dummy. Ball finds its way to the edge of the box, the left foot strike just wide of the post. Lots of oohs in the main stand here, but it remains Guadalajara 0, Barakaldo 0. So I have the pleasure this afternoon of our esteemed Segunda Spanish show correspondent, Alex Fitzpatrick, with me. I've been extolling the virtues of Salifo, the centre forward for Guadalajara, but sadly he has yet to be impressed by the young man's performances. Of course, let's not forget that Salifa's on loan for Tenerife, and as they appear to be walking their way to Grupo Uno success, Alex Fitzpatrick may well see Salifo in the flesh lining up front instead of Enrique Gallego in the 26-27 season. But right now he doesn't feel that this young man deserves his place in that Tenerife line. Let's hope in the next 74 minutes he's able to prove the great man wrong. Severely upset by the aforementioned Mr. Fitzpatrick's continued inability to recognise the joy of Salifa's centre-forward play, and sadly he had a chance there, Salifa, to prove our esteemed correspondent wrong, but he didn't get the ball. Didn't get the ball. Shot from the number 11 Ulate that flew over the bar, and the chance was gone. Still, Deportivo Guadalajara 0, Barakaldo 0. Inches away from the first goal here in the Pedro Escartin. Lovely bit of play from Pablo Muñoz. Curled a right for effort against the post, keeper beaten. We still await the first goal in the Pedro Escartin.
Imagine paying for the vote.
9 minutes to go to the half time, and I think overall Guadalajara had the better positions in which to score goals in this game, but sadly the final decision making has let them down a few times. A few players getting about 25 yards out and seeing the glory, going for goal, and sadly not hitting the target, so it remains Deportivo Guadalajara 0, Barakaldo 0. Big blow for the home side. Top scorer Salifa gone down. Looks like a muscle injury. I'd be very surprised if he recovers from this. My esteemed colleague Mr. Fitzpatrick just mentioned that he was signalling to the bench he wants to continue, but he tried to chase a through ball there and pulled up short. I think this is definitely the end of his afternoon, and that's, as I say, a big setback for the home side, because Salifa's been brilliant for them in the centre-forward position. He's bizarrely signalling to the bench now and looks as fresh as a daisy. I'm really not sure what's going on there. Maybe he just fancies a quick drink, but he's adamant he doesn't want to go off, and he's trotted off faster than he actually trotted after the last through ball, and maybe he's just got a little bit of a issue he needs to sort out. The substitute board is right beneath us, and it looks like they want to make a change, but Salifa's adamant he doesn't need it. I think I might have just witnessed the worst cross in the history of Primera Federación. Oye López, previously rated by Matt Harrison of Gary Carsten Los Boyos fame, just delivered an absolute shocker of a cross. I think even I could have done better with my left foot. So yeah, Barakaldo a little to offer in attack, but we're still at go. No. The other bad decision by Guadalajara player in the final third. Unax gets in a really good position, has a man outside him on the overlap, goes for glory, left foot shot, not on target. About the fourth or fifth one's been like that. And yeah, a case of just lacking that final little bit of quality in the final third, Guadalajara. The fourth official about to indicate how much time there is to add on. I don't think it'll be very much, because there's really been very little stoppage in this game. Overall, I think Guadalajara probably shaded it, but Barakaldo maybe more comfortable possession. And we have just the... Oh, we don't get to see. Just the one additional minute, that sounds about right. Guadalajara 0, Barakaldo 0. Half time in the Pedro Escartin, the fans being serenaded by Harry Styles, but sadly not being treated to any home goals. Definitely feel like on the balance of play, Guadalajara have had the better of the chances, in the sense that they've got into the right areas, but really haven't tested the Barakaldo keeper at all. So that'll be a massive focus, I imagine, in half-time. That decision-making in the final third needs to improve. They're getting into the right positions, but just not really making it count, too often looking for the 25-yard in the top corner kind of goal rather than looking around and seeking better options from their teammates in more promising positions. But overall, decent first half. Probably Barakaldo will feel got a little more quality on the ball, but I think that in terms of territorial advantage, Guadalajara ahead on points, but of course that counts for nothing. You need to make that territorial advantage count in the second half. Half time, Deportivo Guadalajara 0, Barakaldo 0. Second half is just underway, and I love this. Foul on a Guadalajara player. One of the other Guadalajara players turns to the fourth official and waves an imaginary yellow card in the air as if to say, that should be a yellow card. There's absolutely no way in the world the fourth official is going to have any influence over that situation. But yeah, he tried anyway. Guadalajara player. Still 0-0. One thing I should probably update you on is that Salifo, the centre forward with his supposedly miraculous recovery, has actually now gone off. So it's Borja Diaz in his place, centre forward. A big loss for Guadalajara, who've been not dependent on Salifo, but he's a real stand-up player for them. And he will watch the rest of the game from the bench, unfortunately. We have been known to remark on Ruben Sanchidrian's fantastic moustache in previous episodes. Tavares in the Guadalajara midfield also has a fine tash, but not the same level as Sanchidrian. He's had a decent game so far, just mopping up in the centre midfield. But not the sort of role that's going to lead to goals, unfortunately, but still a very crucial role. As I speak, he's just being clattered. And the referee doesn't want to give a yellow card, and Tavares is disagreeing with the referee on that front. But yeah, he's a very steady player in that central midfield, and he's also got a fairly reasonable tash, but not of Sanchidrian-esque proportions. Still 0-0 here in Pedro Escartin. What a chance for the away side, I should say. Sam Bartolome, who obviously was crucial last weekend, golden assist in that comeback against Bilbao Athletic. Through on goal just to keep us a beat. Fires it wide of the target. Really the only chance that Barakaldo created up to now, and they really should have been one up there, but thankfully from a Deportivo Guadalajara perspective, it remains goalless. I don't know if this is the assistant referee's given this, but there's a penalty for Barakaldo, and unsurprisingly, the home bench are completely confused by this one, instantly using one of their FES challenges, and the referee has come to have a little look at the screen right in front of us. He must be about 4 or 5 feet away from us, and here come the Guadalajara players. I mean, I just can't understand why it's been given. I mean, it seems extraordinary to me that the referee has given this ages afterwards. And needless to say, the Guadalajara players are like, what on earth is going on here? And here we have Nesquez going, I do not believe it. There was an hostia in there. All those who speak Spanish will know that means something rather rude. I don't want to shout at the referee. I literally am within about 5 feet of him. I'm not quite sure why the fourth official looks at it as well. The Guadalajara Diputado has been told by the fourth official to butt out. All the Guadalajara players are watching it and going, seriously? You have to say this has probably been given by the system, because it happened so long after the official play. It's the ball into the box. Something happened in the penalty area. We can't see what the referee can see.
He's having a good look,
but he's giving it a really good study, isn't he? What do you make of this? It seemed to me the assistant referee gave this.
I was going to say, looking from afar, for me, it didn't feel like there was anything that was worthwhile given a penalty for. However, the assistant's in something, and the FES has been used. But for me, it would be soft if it was given. We'll find out now anyway.
Fantastic situation here where Cañizo, the number 9 for Guadalajara, is trying to peek a look at the referees. Look at that. You can see what you can hear what the Guadalajara fans make of this. That's a nonsense is a rough translation of fuera. Referee giving it a good study. I'm not sure he's talking to here, Nick, because in theory it's his decision alone. There's no booth here. He's chatting away. Do you know who that is?
Well, there is the VAR cafe over there. Maybe he's speaking to them.
Meanwhile, there's a scuffle on the pitch. This is utterly chaotic. The Barakaldo number 9 is getting involved now and going, did you see what happened on the pitch over there? And well, the referee didn't, because he's watching the VAR, and his 4th official is also watching the VAR. And this is a generally chaotic situation. Here comes the referee's decision. He's had to watch the VAR. He's sending the Guadalajara players away, and he's giving a penalty. Wow. And there's a yellow card coming out here as well for, I imagine, Martinez. Words fail me. That penalty was given a good 15 seconds after the ball left the box. I have no idea why they took so long to make that decision.
The problem is there, by looks of it, and again I might be completely wrong, he's already booked one defender. He's then rescinded that yellow card and then given it to Javi Martinez. So how can you be sure of the decision if you've already booked a different player about it? It's completely bizarre.
Totally agree, Nick. Absolutely bizarre. They kind of feel like they're making it up on the spot here, really, and it's almost like a vote of confidence in his assistant referee. I'm absolutely sure he didn't give it. There's no way he could have done, because it took that long to be decided. It's almost like the referee didn't even notice. But eventually, the assistant referee did say, yeah, it's a penalty. He has confirmed it via FES. Oye Lopez will take the penalty, and he will score. 1-0 to the visitors. Quite remarkable. The 50 or 60 Barakaldo fans behind the goal celebrating. We're about to see a triple substitution for Guadalajara. The referee bizarrely now goes across and checks once again that the penalty is okay. Ably assisted by a member of the Policía Nacional, who's also having a good look at the screen. He just could not make this up, Nick, could you?
It's a great pen, to be fair, like proper buried in the bottom corner. We've already noted how good the Guadalajara keeper is today, so like a really solid presence in net for Zarco. But there seems to be something here that the referee doesn't like about that penalty, and he's gone to check FBS again. That's what happens.
I don't think so, Nick. I think it's just that they check every single goal. I'm not quite sure what you'd be checking there, unless it's encroachment maybe. If the goal's been scored, if the keeper had saved it, maybe the referee would be checking to see if the keeper moved off his line. He hasn't, it's a goal. I mean, I'm not going to be too biased here, but it's totally undeserved. Clearly not the kind of way we want to see a game decided. And I think Ramirez, one of the substitutes, just had a little word with the assistant and slightly queried why the hell he gave a penalty for that. But it matters not right now. It's Guadalajara 0, Barakaldo 1. So literally a minute later, ball into the box from the right-hand side by Barakaldo. Here comes the first Barakaldo FES appeal. They think it's hit the hand of a Guadalajara defender. They're perfectly entitled to ask the referee to have a look at it. Let's see if he's got the cojones to give a second penalty. Quite remarkable, this. A whole new dimension to Primera RFEF football this season. He's having a look at it. I mean, what do you think, Nick? I mean, I think it hits his arm. I can't see him giving another controversial penalty, but you never know.
This is where VAR in general for me is too intervening. Like I say, it may or may not hit his arm, but it's an opportunistic cross into the box. I don't think anything was going to happen at the end of it. It didn't look like a clear goal-scoring opportunity for me, but now we've got a situation where the game is interrupted again, the referee's overlooking at the screen, and it's all stemmed from Inimel de la Sota giving the card in. The game was being played on. As far as the ref was concerned, it was crack on. The challenge has come from the manager, and now it's all stopped. He may get it, but it's a risk that he might not. Fuck's sake.
He gives a corner after all that. Quite remarkable. I didn't think he'd have the bollocks to give that one. And not a huge protest to the Barakaldo bench, but yeah, interesting. The extra dimension that FES has brought to this league this season. Still Guadalajara 0, Barakaldo 1, corner to the away side. So our esteemed friend Matt Harrison has just managed to use Samomeo as a kind of Bohemian Rhapsody alternative version. Matt, would you like to sing it for us, please?
Samomeo.
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 Magnifico. I hope he is Magnifico.
Scorico.
Samomeo is just coming on the pitch, basically, so fingers crossed. From a Guadalajara perspective, he does something good. For some reason, 2 subs have come on, and the third one hasn't, but now he has come on. Dear oh dear. Chaos in the second half. Chaos in the second half in Pedro Escartin. I do believe that Matt Harrison's got a very interesting anecdote about Pedro Escartin to tell later. We haven't managed to fit it in, but he will do before the end of this broadcast. Still, Guadalajara 0, Barakaldo 1. Right now, this is the epitome of a scrappy 1-0 away victory, and Barakaldo will not care a jot about that. They're right up there in the promotion shake-up. They've done very, very little in this game. I mean, hugely helped by a contentious at best refereeing decision, aided by his assistant. And right now, I don't see a way back into this for Guadalajara. They just can't seem to fashion a decent goal-scoring opportunity. Barakaldo in full on game management mode, i.e. falling all over the place and getting the referee to stop the game. And yeah, it doesn't look like this is going to end any other way than an away win. Still, Guadalajara 0, Barakaldo 1. Equaliser for Guadalajara. It's that well-used tactic this season, a quick corner. Every goal gets checked, don't worry, Matt, it all gets checked. It's fine. It's a ball to far post. The big number 9, Cañizo, off the bench. Scrappy, looping header. Creeps over the line. It's 1-1 in the Pedro Escartin. Wow. Underwhelming equaliser, but who cares if you are a Guadalajara fan? You do not deserve to lose this game, and you are now level with just 3 minutes of regular time to go. Guadalajara 1, Barakaldo 1. Needless to say, the referee's given the goal. Cañizo, super sub, 1-1. Let's see if one team can get a winner in this. A little bit of a shock around the ground here. The fourth officials just told us there's going to be 11 more minutes. You will remember that 2 weeks ago, they played 17 minutes of extra time here. Today we're playing 11, just the 11, but it's still 1-1 here in the Pedro Escartin. Wow, Cañizo there, who scored the equaliser, should have scored the winner, potentially. Ball in for the right, I don't know what he was doing, he missed it altogether, but all he had to do was make contact, it was 2-1. Still 1-1 here, about 7 minutes to go of the added time. Probably last chance of the game, shot from the edge of the box by Guadalajara. Decent save to his left by the Barakaldo keeper. I reckon as this ball goes in the air, the referee will probably go full time. What do I know? He's playing on. Still Guadalajara 1, Barakaldo 1. Full time to Pedro Escartin. Honours even. I suspect Samuel Mayer would have liked that game to finish about 3 seconds earlier because he's just taken one below the belt, shall we say, clearance of Barakaldo, laid out on the floor in severe pain. But overall, about right, I think 1-1. Not a huge amount of work for the keepers to do. A controversial penalty, put this in front, and ultimately a relatively powder puff header from substitute Cañizo to bring the home side back on level terms. Cañizo really should have won it late on, couldn't manage to do so, and that's about it really. 1-1. Before we go, Matt Harrison, tell me a bit about Pedro Escartin.
I don't really have that much to say about him. You think I'm some sort of expert in him now, but the stadium's named after him. He used to be a referee, as the referees get jeered. Pedro Escartin wouldn't have got this jeering, much respected. He was a journalist for Marca and La Prensa, but he was also the Spanish national team manager ahead of the 1962 World Cup. And yeah, the stadium's named after him. He seems much beloved in this part of the world. Yeah, that's all my knowledge. I'm not, I've not written the book on him.
To be fair, Matthew Harrison, that's far more than I know about him, so thank you for that interlude.
That's all right.
And yeah, we'll hope to catch up with the sporting director, who we're told speaks English. If that's as far as we go with this recording, thank you very much for listening. And
Vamos Guadalajara.
Vamos Guadalajara, indeed, man. I'm joined by Nestor Societa, the sporting director of Guadalajara. Real absolute pleasure and honour, Nestor, to have you on our podcast. What was your initial reaction to this afternoon's game?
Well, I'm not really happy at this moment. First of all, thank you for coming and thank you for supporting us. It's really nice for us. So not really happy with the match, but okay, 1 point, and we have to keep trying and doing our best. We really work really hard. So I don't know. I didn't check the penalty. I don't know if it was penalty or not. A little bit. We're being a little bit unlucky lately with the referees, but I don't know. I didn't see it, so let's see what happens.
I'm not sure anyone saw it, Nestor, to be honest, apart from the assistant referee. And then on the back of a decision that seemed to me a rather poor one, if I'm honest, against Real Avilés Industrial, it does feel like you've, as you say, got some difficult decisions that have gone against you in recent weeks.
Yeah, it's not easy. To be a referee must not be easy. That's why I don't like speaking very much about them. But of course, what I mean, it's very difficult to get just 1 point. So we just ask everyone to be as much as professional as possible in every sense. So I know they try to do their best. Not easy, but I have to fight, or I have to work for my team. So for me, it's or for us, sometimes it's not very fair to see some decisions. But okay, I understand. I'm not asking next match or next matches. The referee is how can I say? Is
helping us with
helping
a
us.
favourable decision.
Yeah. No, I'm a normal person, so I just want him to be fair. But okay, it's okay. We have to keep working hard and keep working.
Interesting, obviously, the last game against Real Avilés Industrial was a real amazing game. And I thought the tempo, the pace at which the game was played was incredibly high. I felt today the tempo was a bit lower. It didn't seem to be wasn't quite as frenetic. Was that a decision that you made as a team, in terms of, was there an attempt to play the game at a slightly more steady pace? Was it the heat? It just felt like the game wasn't, you were really attacking and really playing at a hugely high tempo against Real Avilés, and today it felt a little bit more below that. Was that a conscious decision, or was it just were there other factors at play?
Yeah. I fully agree with you. Probably against Avilés, for our supporters and for everyone, it was a really nice match. I mean, probably for the coach.
Apart from the 107th minute.
He will be that happy. Yeah. But I don't know. We have had in the first half 2 good chances to score. We didn't get it, and I don't know. I didn't see the penalty. I didn't see what happens. But with our supporters, I think we kept trying, and finally we got Cañiza's goal. So well, not bad. I mean, everyone wants to win, but 1 point we are in the high position, so we have to keep trying, doing our best.
And what's the news on Salifo initially? Obviously had to go at half-time. A massive part of what you're trying to achieve here. He's been a brilliant player, hasn't he, for these first few weeks? Is it just a minor issue, or he seemed to be okay, and then again he seemed to say he could carry on, then obviously he was replaced at half-time? Do we know what the situation is at this stage, or is it too early to say?
Yeah, for us, of course, he's a really important player. He's fast, good with the head. He works in defense also. He's a very complete player. So for us, he's a very important player. We lost him. We don't have a really long team. We have 22 players, and at this moment, I think we have 4 outside. So let's see. We hope it's not for many weeks, just a couple of weeks. So let's see what happens. But yeah, for us, Salifo is a fantastic player.
Okay, well, fingers crossed. Again, a good character shown to come back from 1-0 down, and as you say, in slightly controversial circumstances. And we obviously wish you the best for the rest of the season. We've really enjoyed watching you in these early weeks.
Yeah, thank you very much.